New York has just made history. Zohran Mamdani has been elected as the next mayor of America's financial capital. It's a city with about $119 billion as its budget. It's the very heart of American capitalism. It will now be run by a Democrat socialist. Now you would ask, what does a New York mayor really do? Well, he should be focusing on power grids. He should be focusing on roads. He should be focusing on the basic essentials that his city people need. Rent. His rent has been a major aspect of his entire plan. They shape how the city lives. But what turned heads this time around is the sheer politics, or rather global politics, that featured in Zohran Mamdani's campaign. Speech after speech that Zohran Mamdani gave spoke not just about India, it spoke about Prime Minister Modi, and it also spoke about the supposed absence of Muslims in Gujarat. One would wonder that in a city election, why did global issues become so center stage, so critical? Of course, New York is a confluence of countries, of civilizations, of cultures. It matters. It's the backbone of American civilization and capitalism mostly. But still, this was an election, viewers, that was led by identity. It was an identity-led election, one where Mamdani spoke about his Muslim father, and one where Indian Americans, despite backing the Republicans only last year in the presidential election, chose to do, well, course correction. After the hate and baseless suspicion that they were subjected to, they shifted, and with that there were ripples far beyond just New York, because what happens in New York never just stays in New York. And this report tells you why New York will be the epicenter of a slugfest between Zohran Mamdani and Donald Trump. Everything from his promises to his politics will now lead to that slugfest. This report tells you more.
New York has a new mayor, and America a new political fault line. Zohran Mamdani's historic win, the first socialist Muslim mayor of New York, has sent ripples all the way to Washington. And no one seems more rattled than President Donald Trump.
Mamdani, whatever the hell his name is in New York.
A dismissive tone from a man unaccustomed to losing his grip on America's biggest city. President Trump went on a rampage against the 34-year-old Indian origin leader, warning that New York was on the verge of falling to communism.
If you want to see what congressional Democrats wish to do to America, just look at the result of yesterday's election in New York, where their party installed a communist as the mayor of the largest city in the nation. Remember, I've said we will never have a socialist elected to any post in our country. I used to say that, and I was right. We skipped socialist and we put in a communist instead. That didn't work out too well.
To Trump, Mamdani's win isn't just political, it's personal. But the real threat for the newly elected mayor isn't the president's rhetoric, it's leverage he still holds over the city's fate. A clear warning that support from Washington will come with conditions. Trump could withhold federal funds, delay infrastructure projects, or block housing initiatives, all tools that could stall Mamdani's ambitious agenda. Mamdani plans to raise taxes on billionaires, expand rent control, and invest heavily in public transit and renewable energy. But every policy that challenges Wall Street, every tax reform that touches Trump's allies, risks sparking a new political confrontation. For Donald Trump, New York is more than a city. It's a symbol of power, wealth, and legacy. For Zohran Mamdani, it's a battleground for justice, equality, and change. This clash could redefine not just the future of New York, but the direction of US politics itself.
I will be sworn in as the mayor of New York City.
As you just saw, viewers, there's a churn that's happening in America, and that runs deep. A Hindu like Usha Vance faces attacks for her faith. Vivek Ramaswamy for not being white enough, even in Republican strongholds. So Indian Americans are making a choice right now, and they are turning blue. For Donald Trump, the challenge is increasingly becoming his MAGA base itself, not just Zohran Mamdani. And even if he's not able to rein them in, they might just cost Trump and company much more than just the city of New York.